Yeah, we got to say it like that.
I don't know if we'll get away with that in commentary. It was a Spanish version of Lehecka.
Seguido del 5 veces ganador de este Mutua Madrid Open, Rafa Nadal.
What have you actually made of the Nadal level over the course of this tournament so far, Robbie?
Yeah, I think it's improved nicely. I mean, to be honest, I didn't think it was... I was worried for him after I saw him play in Barcelona.
Yeah.
But definitely more punch this week.
15 iguales.
Understands
15.
how to make an opponent work so hard on a clay court. He's got such a good tennis IQ. We so often associate him with the brutality of his ground strokes, but there's a lot of nuance to his game that must be emphasized. Finishing volleys, drop shots like that. Backhand slice has improved so much throughout the course of his career.
Well, there's a man who's been with him through thick and thin. Carlos Moya, Mark Lopez there, just next to him. Won a gold medal together, did Mark and Rafa in the doubles. Of course, Rafa's won a singles gold medal and a doubles gold medal.
Every error from Lehecka will be cheered.
30 iguales. 30.
Atletico Madrid coach Simeone in the house.
Yeah, would rather watch this, would Diego, rather than Real Madrid in the Champions League.
As far as he is concerned, there's only one Madrid team.
Absolutely.
40-30.
Actual
Nadal,
Rafa.
a big supporter of Real,
Yeah,
isn't he?
I'm sure he's a bit gutted that he can't watch it, but priorities.
Portos well out to the left. You can see Rafa making some adjustments there. His sister, Mum and Maria in exactly the same seats that they were for the previous rounds. Don't want to change anything. I'm sure there would have been strict instructions from Rafa. Likes everything just so. No young Rafael Jr. It's way past his bedtime.
It's a little late, isn't it, for him? Just coming up to 10 past 10. here in Madrid. He's been kind of making rather late appearances, hasn't he, in his last couple of matches? He'll come out and...
Well, this is the first time he's ever played last match here.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. But he was more than happy to fill this slot today, just to give him as much time as possible to try and get that body into good enough shape.
Let pursue. Quince 0.
That was pacey. You could hear, excuse me, that resonate with the crowd.
30-0.
He does not lack for firepower, this guy. I mean, that is huge.
That was a beauty.
30.
226.
Well, he said one thing he certainly wouldn't be tonight is scared or intimidated walking onto this court, Lehecka. He said, if I go onto court feeling scared about what's about to happen, then I don't really need to go there at all. There is Thomas Berdych. Michel Navratil on the left-hand side. Of course, Michel used to work with Thomas when Thomas was playing as well.
Of course, famously beat Nadal indoors at this event, did Thomas Berdych. I don't know if you remember it. After he beat him, was it 7-6 in the third, perhaps? He gave the crowd the silence, put the finger to his lip, because they were giving him such a hard time. They didn't like it when he gave it back to them. Was it 7-6 in the third?
It wasn't. It was straights, actually.
It was 4-6, maybe.
3-6.
Okay.
Name the year.
I want to go with 2008.
2006.
Okay, early on. Berdych was a proper indoor player. Of course, his lone Masters 1000 title came in Paris and Bercy. He was only 20 years young when he won that.
Of course, Rafa went into that 2006 Madrid as the defending champion, didn't he? Having won this event in 2005. Beat Ljubicic in the final that year. Best of 5-set final. Of course, that's 7-6 in the fifth, that one.
Quince 0.
I read a couple of unreturned serves in this match for Nadal. I think it's a third one by my count. Just to put that into context against Cashin, he only had 10 unreturned serves the whole match.
Yeah, 3 hours.
So he'll gladly take these unreturns early on. Backhand often doesn't get enough credence for how good of a shot it is and how well it complements his forehand. He moves the ball around the court so well. The previous backhand was cross-court. Then it's a slice down the line. And a reason it's such a good shot, of course, he's predominantly right-handed, so it feels very comfortable for him. Just bludgeons you with the forehand, but moves you so well with the backhand. It's one of my favorite tactics of play for players who return so well these days. If you can attack that second serve, it's a great way of creating instant pressure. And there are so many good returners. I think that's one of the big evolutions in this sport over the last 15 years, is how well players return.
Warren Atkinson. 40-50.
Very late call.
Mr. Nadal changing the ball.
Unsurprisingly, wants another look at it.
Left service line, the ball was called. Cancel the challenge.
And I think Lehecka has actually said no, it was good.
Warren Atkinson, 40-50.
Well, it's a pretty positive start for Rafa. Hitting the ball pretty cleanly early on here. And he sits down leading 2-1.
2 games to 1.
Yeah, I don't know what the expectation was from Rafa coming into Madrid. Obviously, he lost in Barcelona to Alex de Minaur. Quite a competitive opening set they played there, but certainly the second set was one-way traffic. De Minaur coming through that one 6-1. And then obviously it was difficult to kind of get a gauge on where Rafa's level was in the first round here against the 16-year-old Darwin Blanche, who just struggled a little bit, didn't quite see the best of him. Nadal dropping just the one game there, but obviously then in that second round met de Minaur again. Tried to get his revenge after the defeat in Barcelona and did just that. I don't think there's any doubt that de Minaur was slightly below his best, but take nothing away from the way Nadal played.
Sentarse rápidamente, por favor, señoras y señores. Gracias. Time.
Do you think he would have exceeded his own expectations in Madrid, Robbie?
What, the expectations that he verbalizes, or the one that he has internally?
It's a secret one.
Yeah, I mean, I cannot imagine the level of self-belief that he must have, despite what he's been through.
Tomar los asientos, por favor, señoras y señores. Gracias.
Especially if he's feeling, you know, half decent physically, which it looks like he is. I mean, I made it to the finals of a future once, and I felt pretty good, Adam.
On cloud 9.
Can't imagine what it must be like to operate in that stratosphere. And at the same time, not take it for granted. I think that's what makes these greats so great.
Yep.
There's no complacency, right? And it's so hard.
That's something you're born with, Robbie. Just ingrained in you.
No.
No?
You've got to work on it, right? Day in and day out. I think it's obviously a byproduct of winning so much, but
It's nice.
clinical point, isn't it? And I think it's the people you surround yourself with, and Uncle Tony's he's a hard taskmaster and would never let Nadal get too big for his boots. If you haven't read Nadal's autobiography, Rafa, I would highly recommend it. And I think that's been the key for him, surrounded by such good people for long periods of time. They haven't allowed him to be complacent either.
Only just wide. Well, said it had been a positive start for Nadal. It's also been a very encouraging start for Lehecka. Certainly doesn't seem in any way overawed by the occasion here. Didn't think he would be. Got away from him.
In iguales. 15-all.
Brilliant from Nadal.
How's the feel on the backhand again, Adam?
30-15.
Here he's put that in a good spot. But Nadal has just blocked it past the bowler beautifully. Just a little chip. Always in control.
We've seen him use the drop shot a few times already tonight, Robbie. I mean, are we expecting him to maybe just try and change things up a little bit, try and keep those points a bit shorter today? Not all the time, but...
I don't think so. I think he will just do what he does.
Yep.
And if it is a long point, he'll be happy to suck it up. I guess if he starts to feel it, maybe a set and a half in, we might see him start going for broke, but I don't think that'll happen soon.
Second set.
Oh, so good. How early did he take that?
I mean, this guy's got serious firepower. And as he said, he feels like he's got the game that can hurt Nadal on a clay court. We can always cast our mind back to that French Open, Robin Soderling, able to hit Nadal off the court. And look at Lehecka against Nadal today. His forehand and backhand speed is way above the top 50 average.
Just trying to do a little too much with that one. And Nadal stays out in front.
Nadal gana 3 games to 2.
Nadal's looking over to his corner as if he needs something. Should I stand in or stand deep for the return?
Kind of looked like that, didn't it?
Un mes después de Boyes Navas. Después Boyes Navas.
Tomar los asientos rápidamente, por favor, señoras y señores.
Well, always one of the challenges when you're trying to go through Nadal on a clay court is, you know, how do you manage the winners and unforced errors? That'll be the big challenge for Jiri, because we know he's got the firepower. Just a reminder of his average topspin speed of both the forehand and the backhand. His numbers are in yellow, significantly greater than the average of the top 50 of both wings.
La primera
So we'll
silla
keep an eye on the
disponible,
speeds.
por favor. Gracias.
I guess most importantly, we'll keep an eye on the unforced errors when he does start to unload off his respective wings.
Love 15.
That's what happens when you're uber aggressive on your ground strokes. When you try and be aggressive with good length, again, you take on risk.
Gracias, por favor.
That's when you make unforced errors like that one.
Fault called. couldn't quite find the depth with that slice. Nadal allowed Lehecka to step in.
15-30. 15-30.
Just long. Oh, that would have been special.
I mean, that's pretty brave of Lehecka to leave it.
Yeah. No challenge.
30.
Yeah, it actually was a little further out than
Was.
it first looked, wasn't it?
Quarenta 30. 40-30.
It was always pretty inevitable that this guy was going to be a sportsman of some sort. Sport very much in the Lehecka blood. Dad, also called Jiri, was a professional swimmer. That's a good hold from Love, 30 down. His mum, Romana, was a professional track and field athlete as well, so started playing tennis with his mum and grandfather, then left home when he was just 15 years of age. It's a lot of the time you don't quite appreciate, do you, the sacrifice that these pros are making at such an early age, leaving home, potentially going to another country on their own.
Of course, he went to Prostijov. That's where the National Training Centre is. There's not a whole lot going on in Prostijov. I think that's why the players are so good, right? You've got to play tennis all day, every day.
And credits the man on the left there, Michel Navratil, as having the biggest impact on his career. Jiri Lehecka also works with a mental coach who he associates a lot of his success to. I know you're a huge advocate of that, Robbie.
Definitely.
Been called in.
The ball was called in.
But it's out. Good challenge. Even looked like Rafa thought it was in when he looked at the mark and walked away.
Atkinson. 30-15.
Yeah, did a great job with the forehand, Nadal. Forced a very difficult pickup on the half volley from Lehecka.
Yeah, he stood his ground. You don't want that ball hit at you.
Forehand's just got away from him a few times. And it's another pretty simple hold for Nadal. No break points for either player as yet. So just sent a racket back to be restrung, Rafa.
Always uses the tournament stringer, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Not one of those guys who uses a private stringer. Is pretty much one main company, the guys from P1 that have contracts with all the top players. They go to all the Masters 1000s and the majors, and they will customize your rackets for the entirety of the season, and they'll be on site to string. You pay them a once-off fee. It's about 100 grand for the year. You can get as many rackets strung as you want, get as many customized. Rafa doesn't use them. He just uses the local tournament stringer.
There's been quite a lot of dialogue between Nadal and his team. Once again there, during the sit-down, just saying something across to them.
Siéntanse rápidamente, por favor, señores, señores. Gracias.
You see Dad there in the back row, back left.
His mum on just behind the court.
It's Dad with the glasses on his head. He's looked to try and get forward a lot, hasn't he, early stages as Lehecka. It's the 8th time that he's been to the net. Child-free tonight.
I like the idea, just not the execution.
So second service game in a row that Lehecka finds himself at love 30. That's good numbers, isn't it? 9.6 in terms of the serve quality for Lehecka. He's only dropped 2 points behind that first serve. He's making plenty of them as well.
Those players that do have success against Nadal are able to punish the ball to his forehand corner. Doesn't defend as well off the forehand side. It's what he does off his backhand.
Started working with Jiri when he was 17 years of age, did Michel Navratil. Well, he really unleashed on that one, did Rafa. And he's got to juice.
Iguales. Juice.
First double, and it could be a very costly one.
Ventaja Nadal. Gracias, por favor, gracias.
That's the side of the court. It's unusual for Nadal to be that tentative with two backhands. Normally here he's going hard cross court. What an injection of pace.
Ventaja Lehecka. Out. Mr. Nadal.
Such a late call. I mean, Lehecka has insinuated that it looks way long. And it was. Well, it's another half chance that goes begging for Nadal.
Well, we were speaking about his serve, and now a few unreturns he was getting against Cashin, but tonight he's getting much more of a reprieve on serve. First unreturn 33%, so important now for Lehecka to try and make a few more meaningful returns. Nadal has been serving a fair bit to his forehand. Hasn't always gone with the favoured one down the middle on the juice and out wide on the ad. He's kept him honest. There again, looking to direct that serve at the forehand of the Czech player.
Vince Ferro. 15. Iguales. 15.
Coach is making sure that his message gets across. He doesn't care. He's him and his charger up against 15,000 other Spaniards. Crucial stage in this opening set. Absolutely the right pattern of play, but then you've got to have the variety that Djokovic has to be able to step in and then just take it down the line at the right time. And when is the right time? Well, that's only something the player can feel. We said we'd keep an eye on those unforced errors for Lehecka, already at 14. And an even spread of backhands and forehands there. Surprised he's standing so close to the baseline to the return. I don't think there's anything to be gained. Nadal's jamming him up. He served a lot of body serves, both body forehand and backhand.
Through another game. Been holding serve pretty comfortably so far, has Nadal. Certainly a lot easier than his opponent, Lehecka, who's had to fight his way through from love 30 a few times. Well, I think he'll be pretty thrilled with how the opening 43 minutes or so has gone here, Nadal.
Just a quick look at the serving pattern of Nadal so far. You can see he's used that serve out wide on the juice side quite a bit. Often we see every serve going down the middle, every serve out wide, and again on the ad side, he's serving to the forehand of Lehecka, and 50% of the time on the left side of your screen, he's tucking him up in the body on both the forehand and backhand side. So he's recognized that Lehecka is up close. He's looking to exploit the forehand a fair bit more than what we traditionally seen from Rafa. Is he wanting the attention?
I don't know whether he was just trying to gee himself up. Much nervous energy going through the legs.
Por favor, detrás los jugadores. Gracias. Quince, 0. 59.
That's pretty cool. Tell you, I'd be proud to break out a pair of those if I was at a tennis match and it was the Czech flag.
Like a revolving door of talent, isn't it, in Czechia? Certainly on the women's side of things in recent years. Just one after the next.
Orientation. 49. Gracias, gracias.
On the men's side, we've got the rapidly rising Jakub Mensik,
40-15.
just 18 years of age.
40-15.
Jiri's just 22. And Thomas Mahach is 23. He's 50 in the world. Just got a glimpse of the tournament director there. Of course, knows Rafa very well. Does Feliciano Lopez.
Oh, vintage Nadal.
And that shot, a very important barometer of his confidence. Doesn't often like to take a forehand down the line. Lehecka's just left that backhand hanging. Nadal's thought, I'll have a little bit of that.
This game has suddenly got very interesting. 3 points in a row for Rafa.
Wow, that was flat. Don't understand the shape on that shot at all.
Gracias, por favor. Gracias.
I'm not sure if he's going deep or standing up. He's decided to go back.
That is so good.
He's got some character, here's Jiri, love it. Does get better than that, the feel. He was fully committed once he went down to hit the volley. Nadal was like, come on. Can't believe you did that.
Oh, two big first serves and an excellent volley. Sees Lehecka through the game. 5 games all now.
We've seen a bit of emotion from Nadal tonight, haven't we?
Yep.
Change of ends. Speaking quite a bit with his camp. Last sit down, clap of the hands out of nowhere. I've never seen him do that. Some good facial expressions.
It was interesting though, just watching him before that first serve that Lehecka hit. I mean, he went forward and back 2 or 3 times, didn't he? As though there was a little bit of kind of confusion about where he should stand to return that first serve of the Czechs.
Zero 15. Love 15. Out.
Just long. Now we've seen Lehecka fight his way through a couple of games from love 30. It's now Nadal's turn.
Love 30.
Wow, that is so unusual for Nadal. Yes, that was a sign of the rust. Feeling's not quite there. Those fans will be delighted by that miss.
Absolutely sensational from Jiri Lehecka. He had to soak up a lot of pressure really at times throughout that set, did the Czech, but he will now serve for it.
Well, how's that for movement around the net? I mean, it all started with an unbelievable return of serve, and I thought Nadal had him here, but what anticipation. Such relaxed movement at the net. Good balance. And not for the first time he's pulled off a very important volley. Just wondering if those are his parents.
Time. Toma los asientos, por favor. Gracias.
So 5 minutes shy of the hour. And Jiri Lehecka serving for the opening set here, 6-5.
Insane. 59.
Oh, come on. That is very special.
30-0.
Well, this is a mic drop moment. Dripping with quality at the net yet again. Nadal appreciating just how good it was.
And a fourth ace. He has been so good behind that first serve. 23 of 26, it's 9 consecutive points for Lehecka. And he has 3 set points. Well, you can almost hear a pin drop inside Manolo Santana Stadium. That is not what the majority of this crowd wanted to see. But Jiri Lehecka won't care. Almost an hour's hard work. He takes it 7-5.
That was pretty impressive. Last 2 games. Nadal going to chat with his camp, looking for some answers. And the reason he was looking for some answers because it was raining down winners. 18 from Lehecka, 11 off the forehand. But for me, it was some of those net points won that were exquisite. Man. And of course, when it came to closing out the opening set, some impressive serving from Jiri. He only lost 3 points behind his first serve. So when you see that second serve, 30% points won, didn't really have a major effect. Didn't have to play too many points behind him. Got to feel pretty good about his play so far this evening. Nadal has had 1 break point, wasn't able to convert. Jiri had 1 break point, and he absolutely made it count. Lehecka now deciding to take a toilet break? Or is he allowed to speak to his coach while Nadal has his? Was he going to...
So Rafa returns. What can he find? What is left in the tank, more importantly, after that 3-hour marathon match with Pedro Cachin last night? Already an hour on the clock for the opening set here. One big last push here. Certainly wasn't an opening set without encouragement for Nadal. Only had the one breakpoint opportunity, but you felt as though there were 2 or 3 service games of Lehecka that he was being asked significant questions.
Second set. Servicio Nadal.
Again, just dropping a little short. Lehecka just pouncing all over it. And he did hit a few errors in that first set, but he was able to counteract it with plenty of winners as well. 18 to the 17 errors that he hit. And as you can see, he's just went on a bit of a charge towards the back end of that first set. 11 points in a row now.
Love 30.
Love that one again, Lehecka. Trying to do too much with that cross-court backhand.
15-30.
Just stay in the rally, but after getting to love 30, just a little bit of a pressure release for Nadal. This has not been a particularly promising opening game from Nadal. A couple of complete miss hits
15-40.
And there was another one. I mean, it landed in, but Lehecka was up to it in a flash, and what a perfect start to set 2 for the Czech.
First game, second.
And I'll tell you what, that last backhand was not easy. It was a miss it. It had some hack spin on, the ball was low. Lehecka's done extremely well there. And that'll just rub a little bit more salt in the wounds. After running away at the tail end of that opening set on a nice string of points, he's kept that momentum going. I believe it's 14 of the last 15 now. Continuing from the strong end to the opening set for Jiri.
How good do you think Lehecka can be, Robbie?
15-up.
Are we talking Grand Slam champion, potentially?
Just give me a couple of moments to ponder that thought, please.
He's really struggling with his timing. Once again, the crowd, I think, recognising that Rafa needs a pretty serious boost fairly quickly here.
Por favor, gracias. Treinta, 15. 30-15. Mr. Nadal changing the call. Right service line, the ball was cooking.
Thinks it's a little long. And it's 1 millimetre in. Nadal can't believe it.
Court stands.
But it's like this out. It's unbelievable.
No, we have to go with the
problem with the machine. In the
I agree with that.
Because that gets frustrated for the players.
Tough for Arno Gabas, isn't it? Because, I mean, they've got to go with the technology, and you can understand looking at that mark.
40-15.
There seemed to be clear daylight between the mark and the line.
Trenta, 40-30. Gracias. Por favor. Muchas gracias. Let first. Por favor, gracias.
He's got him, and back comes Rafa.
Just not enough depth on the approach, and on a clay court, it's going to slow down and give Nadal time. And that's when he is timeless. How often have we seen that left bicep in all its might?
It's nice to see, not put off whatsoever by being past the previous point. Lehecka just throws in the serve volley, asks Nadal the question once again, can you pass me?
Gracias, por favor.
So Lehecka survives, comes through from deuce, backs up the break.
Lehecka gana 2 juegos a 0. 2 games to love.
Very important game just to keep that momentum going. Didn't need to be that good. I'm just getting back to your question about whether he can win a major. For me right now, it's less likely to happen.
Why'd you say that, Bob?
The way I look at it, you know, about 50% more likely to happen below that less. I just see some polishing that needs to be done, quite a lot of it. There's a lovely recklessness that I like about his game, and I think he still needs a lot of harnessing. In many ways, not too dissimilar to Thomas Burdick. Wow. Shots like that counted for bonus points. That was a 3-pointer.
Yeah.
Much better chance of winning him. Thomas was a ridiculous ball striker, but you know, there could be my limiting beliefs as well, that I would never want to put that on any player. But, you know, he's 22. Best he's done is 1 quarterfinal at a Masters 1000. So I would have liked to see a bit more progress early on.
Well, he had the run in Australia as well.
Yeah.
30 iguales.
Quarter-final at the Australian Open.
30.
But I take your point. Yeah, only the one other Masters 1000 level quarter-final. Obviously looking to try and make that 2 here today. Meanwhile, Nadal is desperately struggling to try and come through this game, to just hang around here. Oh, it's just wide. Utterly relentless hitting from Lehecka.
40. 30-40.
Again, you're coming from a position of you have to pick one or none.
Yep.
Gracias.
He's got one break point here.
Iguales. Juice.
I mean, it's Djokovician in its execution, if there's such a word.
Lehecka.
I mean, Novak hurts Rafa so much with this particular shot, especially on a hard court. And a lot of the players will tell you the score here in Madrid plays like one.
Iguales. Juice.
It's the kind of risk that worries me from Jiri. On a big point, yes, you can hit those at 30 all, 15-30, but can you do it on break point? In some ways, it's almost better when he's having to defend like that, because it's about putting balls in play. But I think if he can polish up his risk profile on the biggest of points, he's definitely got a chance. But I haven't seen enough of that yet. And you're asking me to make my decision now.
I am, I'm afraid. Yeah, it's too good. That's some combination. And there's that famous celebration.
Juice.
And that bicep has all the spicy punch of prime Spanish chorizo.
Just seen Rafa make the move out of his peripheral vision, because Nadal moved pretty early there. If he'd have just taken that forehand back inside in, the point would have quite comfortably been his, but Nadal was able to make the pass. And what a huge game this would be if he can find a way through. Yeah, I don't know what he was pointing at there, Nadal. Whether he just got a dodgy bounce, I don't think that came off the line. He just seemed to be rushed a little bit.
Juice. But ventaja Nadal.
Times have we seen him pull off something like that in the forecourt?
Deserved a standing ovation because
Juice.
this half volley is beyond special. And it's not the first time we've seen incredible feel at the net.
Ventaja Nadal.
Not necessarily ideal for Nadal. 12 minutes now and counting.
goalless.
Well, that is the essence of ball striking excellence right there. And we highlighted at the start of the match how powerful he is off both sides. You know, he's got the triple threat because he's got the big serve and then the forehand and backhand. And then tonight, throwing how well he's been playing at the net, it's a four-pronged attack. It's the right pattern of play, absolutely. How often have we seen Novak use it? It's so often for the serve, the execution is a bit better.
Let us. Por favor, gracias. Gracias.
Forehand from Lehecka. But how about that for a hold? Just when it was looking like his race may be run, Nadal has other ideas. 2-1.
Lehecka gana 2 games to 1. Time.
Still very much in touch in this set. Rafa Nadal had to save break points in that previous game to prevent falling 3-love double breakdown.
Por favor, gracias. Quince 0. 15. Trenta 0. 30.
That's very well played. Difficult for Nadal. Initially thinking Lehecka's going to hit the inside-out forehand, so he's kind of taking a step to his left and then has to go full circle. Intelligent stuff from Lehecka. So it was 2022, wasn't it, when Lehecka really burst onto the scene, made a bit of a name for himself in Rotterdam that year as a qualifier.
Lehecka.
Through qualies, then beat Denis Shapovalov in the first round, Van der Zandschul in the second, Musetti in the quarterfinals, and then had Stefanos Tsitsipas on the ropes for a long time in the semi-finals before the Greek was able to get it done in a decider. And Robbie spoke earlier about him then going to the next gen in Milan at the end of that year. And Lehecka's coach, Michel Navratil, said he kind of found something that week, just in terms of his belief on a tennis court. He said that was a massive week for him in Milan. And then obviously started the 2023 season with that run to the quarterfinals at the Australian Open.
In 59.
I wonder if Diego Simeone knows the football score. I wonder if Rafa knows the football score. Do you think he got it recorded? Watch it later on. So a lot of the current, the ex-players here this week, didn't we? Zinedine Zidane, Raul, Vinicius Jr., Dani Carvajal.
Yes, that's my boy.
Yeah, you like him, don't you?
I do.
Yeah.
About the same size, me and Danny. Yeah, the Czech version there. Oh, come on, podge, podge, podge. How often we hear that on the women's tour when the Czech players are playing. Famos, of course, probably the most famous. Cleaned the line again on a return. Not for the first time this evening, with some big points. He's made some very good deep returns. Taking a page out of Lehecka's book.
40-30. 40-30.
Yeah, made even more effective by the fact that he's barely come forward today. Only his third trip to the net for Nadal, winning 2 of those 3.
A deuce.
He's found pretty good depth on that return on the whole throughout this match as Lehecka far away.
You know, it's going back to our discussion about him. It's great when he makes it, and he's hit the line a couple of times with some good returns, and you think, wonderful length, but it is such a fine line. Ever so long on that one. Just like to see Jiri play with a bit more margin. He's still got the power to hurt you. Rafa brilliance, electrifying the locals with his magnificent athleticism and artistry. But he's down a set and a break. Does not want to let this ball bounce. You don't want to have to deal with the variation of the clay, so take it out the air.
Time.
Of course, there could still be plenty of time left in this one, but Rome just around the corner. Another Masters 1000 event, such a hectic part of the tennis calendar. It's underway next week before Roland Garros starts towards the end of May.
Of course, main draw still a week away, though.
Yep. What do we think his chances are of playing? Dependent how far he goes here.
I'm thinking if he loses here tonight, he plays.
He plays.
Yep.
Por favor, no.
It's mesmerizing. It's beyond special.
15.
I mean, that's what great volleyers can do. They take all the pace out of a pass. And it's got a lot of spin on. When that ball hits your strings, it grips into them. Your feel has to be perfect.
Iguales. 15. 30-15. 30-15. Warrenta 15. 40-15. Let. First.
I better get it out now before it changes, but Hawkeye just informed me that Lehecka has not lost a single point behind the first serve when he's made it on the juice court. That's pretty impressive.
And it stays that way.
Lehecka gana 4 juegos a 2. 4 games to 2.
Do you know the last time, Robbie, that Rafa lost to someone outside the top 20 on a clay court? How many years you've got to go back?
Quince, 15.
I'm thinking.
15 iguales.
It's a tough question.
15.
That's a little more like it.
Well, that was old school Rafa, bringing the forehand into play
30-15.
often as he could. You've got to be so careful if you don't find his backhand when you go down the line, because it brings that shot into play, the inside-out forehand.
Gracias.
Can you tell me the country that he's from?
I feel that would give it away.
Okay.
Let. First.
I'll tell you the tournament, shall I?
I mean, it's
That
not
it was
Robert
in?
Soderling, is it?
No. So it was in Rio. That's his first ace.
$40-50.
Was Fanini outside the top 20 when he beat him? Buenos Aires.
Just having a glare down was Nadal, but I think he's pretty confident this is missed. Lehecka is challenging.
We will have the answer out of the break for the piece of trivia. Nadal sticking around. Stick around for the answer after this, folks.
4 games to 3.
So was Fabio outside of the top 20?
So Fognini's obviously beaten him a few times.
Yeah.
So Monte Carlo 2019, Fognini was at 18. Barcelona 2015, he was 30. But that is not the right answer. So someone has done it more recently than 2015. Horacio Zeballos.
Yeah.
That was back in 2013.
Remember that.
In that Santiago final from a set down, of course, remember?
Yeah. It's the only time he's lost a clay court final to a left-hander, isn't it?
And from a set down, wasn't it? The only final he's done was Djokovic maybe done it. Okay, so we've still been going through the question that I posed, Robbie, the last time that Rafa lost a clay court match to someone outside the world's top 20.
And the answer is?
The answer is Pablo Cuevas in Rio 2016 was the last time, 8 years ago.
Gracias, por favor.
Wouldn't have got that. And that's the first point Lehecka loses on the due side after making the first serve.
0-15. Love 15. Iguanas. 15.
Serve is massive, isn't it, for Lehecka? I mean, he's been up not far off 240 at times today. That one was at 228.
Let's first. Atkinson. 13-15.
Another one there, 229. Average first serve speed up at 217.
Something different from Rafa. Just taking all the pace out of his own ground strokes.
30. Gracias.
The ace, just when you thought Nadal was carving out an opening.
A chance of, yes, we can. That serve was no, you can't. 231.
His hand skills have just been off the charts tonight.
Lehecka gana 5 juegos a 3. 5 games to 3.
He has been boundlessly imaginative in the forecourt. Some of the volleys that he's produced.
He's landed that first serve today. Lehecka, Nadal really hasn't got near it. 38 of 43 points that he's won. We saw the average first serve speed, Robbie, at 2.17 today for Lehecka. Just to put that into context, the top 50 this year, Zverev actually leads the average first serve speed column at 2.07. So 10 kilometers an hour quicker than that tonight for Lehecka. Just got to ask him the question here, Rafa. Will the occasion get to him? Trying to serve it out.
30.
He wouldn't be the first.
Fortino.
Oh, yeah, he's made it. Just dipped in time.
40-15.
It's another return of serve that has almost landed on the baseline, Adam.
Yep.
Nadal had the best view. Too good.
Hawkeye had it out. There was no protest, was there, from Rafa?
There's to be fewer protests at 40 love.
True. Special to come through the game and ask the serve it out question.
Lehecka gana 5 juegos a 4. 5 minutes to 4.
Does he have one more trick up his sleeve in Madrid? As the clock strikes midnight.
Siéntase, por favor, gracias. Por favor. Estamos listos, por favor, gracias. Please, please. Por favor. Gracias, gracias, por favor.
It's going to be a test for Lehecka.
Por favor, gracias, gracias.
Oh, come on.
I mean, it has been jaw-dropping. Some of the volleys and half volleys he's come in and executed. It's just so difficult to do on a clay court. So easy to get a bit of deviation in the bounce. Top tier stuff.
Por favor.
A deafening hush as Lehecka has 2 match points.
Gracias. Por favor. Luego, serie partido Lehecka.
And Madrid will say goodbye to a legend.
7-5, 6-4.
Gracias, Rafa, on the LED boards all around Manolo Santana Stadium. But how well did this man deal with everything in that final game? I mean, the atmosphere was making your hairs stand up on end. With such maturity from the Czech.
Almost apologetic to the fans after the win. What a beacon he has been for his country, for his nation, over it's almost 20 years now.
Madrid, un fuerte aplauso para Rafa Nadal. ¿Qué sientes? ¿Qué sientes?
Bueno, contento, la verdad. Ha sido una semana muy especial para mí, muy positiva en muchos sentidos, sinceramente. Y bueno, he tenido la oportunidad de poder volver a jugar una vez más aquí en esta pista que me ha dado tanto en todos los sentidos, ¿no? A nivel deportivo y a nivel emocional, ¿no? Hace unas semanas...
Well, I appreciate the opportunity to play here at a tournament that I love so much for one final time.
Bueno, hace pocas semanas, justo 2 días antes de salir para Barcelona, de verdad que no sabía si
Just a few weeks
podría
ago, I was
volver
playing in
a
Barcelona.
competir en un partido oficial y bueno, he podido jugar 2 semanas y aquí ha sido una semana inolvidable. Bueno, sinceramente, ¿no? Lo único que puedo es dar las gracias. Ha sido un viaje increíble que empezó cuando era muy pequeñito y la primera vez que vine aquí a Madrid, si no recuerdo mal, era 2003, pero yo creo que la primera vez que llegué
First time I was here
siendo competitivo,
was
creo
2003.
que la primera vez que llegué siendo competitivo a Madrid, que fue 2005, fue una de las victorias más
First time I was
emocionantes que he tenido
competitive was
en mi carrera, cuando se jugaba en la
2005.
pista cubierta, perdiendo 2-0. Y bueno, desde ahí hasta el día de hoy solo ha sido
lost 2 sets to
un
love
apoyo
the
y un
first
cariño
time.
incondicional por parte de todos aquí en Madrid. O sea que solo puedo dar las gracias.
But since then, he's felt great
No hay
love
manera de
from all
agradecerlo,
the
de verdad.
people in Madrid. Not a dry eye in the family, that is for sure.
Lo voy a intentar hacer sin llorar y que esta pista lo haga sin llorar va a ser complicado, Rafa, por todo lo que nos has dado. Hace 21 años que jugaste aquí por primera vez. Durante este tiempo has crecido, te has convertido en leyenda, en uno de los mejores atletas, deportistas de toda la historia y has dejado tu huella aquí en Madrid, ganando el torneo en el año 2005.
21 years you've been coming here, grown up as an athlete, as a person.
si la lona no nos hace el favor de acabar de bajar ese año ahí a Iván Ljubicic.
Fue muy difícil, no quiere terminar de bajar.
Yeah, that hasn't quite gone to plan.
Ganando el torneo en el año 2010 a Roger Federer.
That he won here. Beat Federer in 2010. I think we got there eventually. Oh, 2010.
Ganando el torneo en el año 2013.
Won the tournament in 2013, beating Stan Wawrinka that year.
Ganando el torneo en el año 2014.
Defended it in 2014, beating Kei Nishikori.
Y ganando el torneo en el año 2017.
And the last time that he won this title back in 2017, when he beat Dominic Thiem.
Un vídeo para tirar.
Well, at least he's finding the funny side. He came close a few other times, didn't he? Made the final here in 2009, 2011, 2015.
Rafa, te voy a dejar el micrófono. Aquí tienes Madrid, aquí tienes tu pista, tu casa, el Estadio Manolo Santana, tu público. Dile lo que quieras.
So the microphone is now Rafa's. We'll have to wait a while.
Muchas gracias. Bueno, que era una broma, que el año que viene vuelvo, hombre.
No, this is verdad, a joke. Next year I'm coming back.
Ha sido un... viendo las imágenes, algunas parecen de otra vida, ¿no? Hemos vivido tanto que es difícil, ¿no? Solo puedo agradecer a todos los que en algún momento me han ayudado en esta carrera hasta el día de hoy.
Everybody that has helped me in my career.
Terminado, sí que es verdad que aquí en Madrid sí que va a ser la última vez que vaya a estar. Para mí ha sido un... Bueno, para mí ha sido un regalo el que me habéis hecho durante estos 21 años que
It has been a gift, what you have given me here.
Es más importante que algún gran slam que he ganado por ahí, ¿no? Al final, las emociones que me llevo de esta pista, pues de jugar en Madrid, de jugar enfrente del público español, es algo que se quedará conmigo para siempre, ¿no?
Madrid,
he tenido la suerte de...
I have the privilege of doing that.
Bueno, decir que he tenido la suerte de haber podido hacer de lo que era un hobby mi trabajo y aparte pues
I was lucky as a kid to do the job that I loved.
Me siento de verdad me siento un súper afortunado de la vida por todo lo que he vivido.
Very
no
lucky
puedo
to
pedir
have lived what I've lived.
nada más. Espero que de alguna manera haya sido
I couldn't ask for anything more.
un ejemplo positivo para las nuevas generaciones, que al final creo que esto es lo más importante, ¿no? Los títulos, los momentos deportivos son sin ninguna duda emocionantes, ¿no? El deporte, siempre digo lo mismo y lo digo como aficionado al deporte en general. El deporte genera ilusión, genera emoción. Y yo como aficionado lo he vivido y espero creo que sí, por lo que estoy viendo también yo he generado esa emoción e ilusión en todos vosotros, o sea que
But I'm proud of the emotion that we created.
Lo único que puedo decir es gracias, es que no puedo decir nada más, porque lo que siento es esto y sinceramente
I just want to say thank you, because this is what I feel.
Era un día que es difícil cuando llega, esta es una realidad, pero bueno, creo que la vida y mi cuerpo llevan tiempo mandándome señales de que este día tenía que llegar y creo que es el momento adecuado, ¿no? Lo podía hacer jugando en una pista que para mí era un sueño. Y encima hacerlo en uno de los lugares que más me ha emocionado jugando. O sea que muchísimas gracias por todo. Hasta...
But I'm happy that I had the chance to play at this tournament that has given me so many emotions.
Por último, quiero agradecer a Feli, a todos los que, a Gerard, a Jon Tiriac, a todos los que...
And finally, I'd like to thank Feliciano Lopez and everybody in the organization for what they've done.
A todos los que han hecho posible que este torneo, que es un torneo de los más importantes del mundo, se hayan podido jugar aquí en Madrid, ¿no? Creo que para todos los jugadores españoles ha sido muy bonito, es muy bonito y seguro que las siguientes generaciones seguirán disfrutando de este ambiente que es único aquí. Gracias a todos, a equipo, no me quiero agradecer, no quiero agradecer al equipo, a la familia, a todos, porque no me retiro, lo haré el día que me retire. Pero bueno, muchísimas gracias a todos por ayudarme a vivir este momento.
I don't want to name anyone because I don't want to forget anyone.
Rafa.
Bueno, no sé cómo despedirme porque...
Antes de irte, van a entrar Feliciano López, el director del torneo, y Gerard Sobanian, CEO y presidente, a darte un regalo por tu carrera y por tus 5 títulos en este Mundo Madrid.
So the tournament director, Feliciano Lopez, is going to give him a gift.
Madrid, creo que Rafa se ha ganado que le despidamos como ninguna pista de tenis ha despedido nunca nadie, ningún jugador. Aplaudid y no dejéis que se vaya. Darán un pasillo también todos los miembros del equipo de este Mundo Madrid Open. Hasta siempre, Rafa. Decidle adiós, Madrid. Aplaudidle a Rafael Nadal.
Pretty special scenes, Rory.
Certainly are. A suitcase of memories that he has provided us with over the 2 decades that we have been so privileged to watch him ply his trade.